Alright you guys, so I started off with my brow. I'm using the Makeup Forever brow liner in the shade dark brown. I'm sorry that it didn't show like the start, but it's pretty simple. You just outline your brow and fill it in with the product and use a brush to blend it out. Okay, so now I'm going in with this Age Rewind concealer. This is my first time ever using it on my brows and I really like it. I'm just using a concealer brush to just clean up my brow to get that nice sharp look. You guys know, especially when I'm doing makeup tutorials, I prefer my brows to be a bit cleaner. Now I'm going to go in with a mixture of the new Maybelline foundation and the concealer and just clean up the top part of my brow. And I'm just going to add a bit more of that concealer to my lid as my eyeshadow primer. Okay, so now we're going to go in with our first eyeshadow. So this is the new Lancome palette that I just got. They call this the Eye Sugar palette, and I'm using the matte pink shade in my transition area with the brush that it came with. So the side of the brush is a duo brush. One side is a shadow brush and one side is a blending brush. So I'm just blending it out. Then I'm going to go in with this purple shadow from Sugar Pill Cosmetics. It is called Poison Plum, I believe, and I'm just going to add this into my crease and wing it out using a crease brush. You definitely want to take your time with the Poison Plum because it does have a bit of fallout. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with a bit of that pink shade and that blending brush. Then I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm using the same concealer, the Age Rewind concealer from Maybelline, and I'm just going to kind of squeeze it out of that weird applicator that it has. Like, I'm not sure if I really like that applicator. I might take it off. I'm not sure, but I squeezed it enough for it to come out so I could put it on my brush, and I'm just going to use this to create my cut crease. Now I'm going to go in with this almost kind of like a nudie off salmon shade, and I'm just going to pat this on to the area where I applied the concealer to create my cut crease. Once you have that, or once I have that shadow patted on, I'm going to go in with this gorgeous lilac shade that's also in the Eye Sugar palette. And I'm going to use the shadow brush that comes with the palette and apply that only to the inner part of my lid. Then I'm going to go in with my wing liner. I'm using this royal blue liquid liner from LA Splash. The brush that it comes with is just terrible. I don't know if it got messed up because I took it out and put it back into the tube, but it just got really messed up. So I had to use a separate liner brush a couple of times just to get my line to get really clean. Okay, so I went in and out with the brush that the tube comes with, that the liner comes with, and then I went in with a separate, slightly bent liner brush. To clean up the wing, I'm just going to go in with a bit of concealer, but I'm going to go back in later and add just a bit more liner to make my wing just a bit thicker. For mascara, I'm just going to add a bit of this Wet n Wild Max Volume Mascara to my lashes just to take away a bit of that blue. And then now I'm just going to add just a bit more of the blue liner to my wing. Now I'm going to go in with the Pure Cosmetics lashes. These are like their faux mink lashes. These are in the style Bombshell. I'm just going to apply these real quick and push them in. I'm using actually a black eyelash glue to apply them. I'm also going to go ahead and apply a bit of that concealer under my eye area just to kind of cancel out any darkness. Then I'm going to go in with this white eyeshadow primer from LA Girl, and then I'm going to use this beautiful yellow shade. It's called Buttercup from Sugar Pill, and I'm just going to apply this into my tear duct area, patting it on slightly. Then I'm going to go in with this Infallible eyeliner pencil in the shade Nude and apply this into my waterline. That pencil is from L'Oreal, by the way. Now going in with the Urban Decay Christian Liane palette, I'm going to use that blue under my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go in with the Superfan Mascara from Smashbox and add a bit of this to my top lashes to blend in my falsies with my real ones, and then add a bit to my lower lashes. I'm going to go in with just a bit more concealer just to clean up my line area. And that is it for the eye look. I hope you guys like it. I know I got a lot going on. Now I'm going to start off with my face. I'm going to be priming my face using the priming stick from Smashbox. I'm also going to rub it into my skin once I'm done applying it. Then I'm going to mix two of my favorite foundations at the moment. This is the new Maybelline foundation. I believe they call it the full coverage something. I get you guys, it's hard to keep up with all these different named foundations, but it's the new one and it has a pump and it's from Maybelline, okay? And it has the white top, but it's in the shade Warm Coconut, and I mixed that with my Maybelline Fit Me Pro Matte in the shade 340 to get the shade that I like. Okay, so I'm using a ColourPop brush to apply that foundation. Then I'm gonna go in with the Age Rewind concealer. This one is in the shade Caramel, and apply a triangular shape under my eye area in the places where I want to highlight. So under the eye, Cupid's bow, chin, bridge part of my nose, forehead, and under my contour areas. You do not have to do this. This is just optional, okay? Alright you guys, so I'm going to use this small angular synthetic brush also from ColourPop to blend out my highlight. You can definitely use a beauty blender or you can use a flat foundation brush and use a patting motion to blend out your concealer. That's going to give it a really nice airbrushed look, okay? So the reason why I'm using this brush is just because that was there and that's what I wanted to use. All right, you know, you can definitely use one brush for multiple things. Now, because it says, oh, it can only be used for foundation or it is a foundation brush, that doesn't mean you can't use it for concealer or something else. You know what I mean? All right, so I'm going to blend out all that concealer. Then I'm going to go back in with my foundation brush and just blend out the edges to make sure it doesn't look like you can see where my concealer starts and see where my foundation starts and ends. You know what I mean? So now I'm going to go in with my foundation brush and just tap, 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 and just blend it in so that it's, you know, I don't even know what that face was, but that's the air spun powder, and I'm just going to use this to set my under eye area, my contour area, bridge part of my nose, Cupid's bow, and my chin as well. Once I'm done setting all over, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Pro Matte Powder in the shade Cocoa and just use it to contour my face. And this is just going to add the definition back to my face. Remember, this is also optional. You do not have to do this. All right, you guys. And I'm just using a synthetic brush from LA Girl to apply this. I'm also going to use whatever's left on the brush to contour my nose slightly and then go ahead and dust off all the excess powder that we had left from setting under our eye area, forehead, bridge part of our nose, chin, and all the other places where we put powder, okay? Now I'm going to go in with this luster dust, and this one is called Dewdrop from ColourPop, and apply a bit of that to my cheeks. Not too much since my eyes are already doing too much. And then for lips, I went ahead and used this Always On liquid lipstick in the shade Throwback Jam, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry you guys didn't get to see me put it on, but I've been having some issues with my lens. Lucy and Jack were playing in my room and they dropped my camera with the lens, so it's been, you know, having its issues. So apologize for that, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the notification so you don't miss any videos when I upload, and I'll see you guys all very soon. Love you guys. Bye.